We thank you for coming out. This was sponsored by Operation Helping Hand, and next year will be a better one. Thank you.
I want to thank everybody for coming out. See you next year on our Kwanzaa celebration. Habari gani? Harambe, harambe, harambe.
We want to thank you so much for coming out and sharing the second day of Kwanzaa with us as we celebrate our holiday tradition and ritual. May it forever be in your hearts that you practice it from Umoja all the way through to Nia. For without Nia we have nothing, and without Umoja we have nothing. So continue to love each other, share with each other, and we look forward to seeing you again next year, inshallah, God willing. Thank you.
Hi everybody, I'm at the best Kwanzaa celebration, my first time doing this, and I really enjoyed myself. Happy Kwanzaa.
Hi, my name is Janine Mayers and I'm author of Infinite Love, The Pursuit book series. Happy holidays from DJ Mario TV.
Habari gani? This is Kwanzaa. Very special time that people of African descent all the world are celebrating. Let me add something to this. As the NGO representative for ICRAM, the International Human Rights Association for American Minorities, just finished coming back from Geneva, Switzerland as a delegate to what is called the International Decade for African People. 2015 and 2024 with three themes, principles. The first one is recognition. The second one is justice, and the third one is development. Recognition, because if you're not recognized as a human being, everything and every way will treat you less than a human being. So we got to be treated first as human beings, as El Hajj Malik El Shabazz taught us. Recognition in terms of being a distinct people, having what is called group rights, not individual rights, but group rights. As Malcolm also said, it's not a civil rights struggle, it's a human rights struggle. So we have to start with recognition. We move from recognition into justice. Justice for what? Justice of the Ma'afa, what has been done to us. So we demand our reparations. Reparations has three things: compensation, restitution, and rehabilitation. Our people have to be thinking about reparations, what's due us, 40 acres of mule plus interest. And with that, with recognition and with justice, we can have what we really want, which is development. Mental, physical, spiritual, emotional, community. Our struggle is still here. We got to celebrate Kwanzaa with the 7 principles. We got to move forward. Asante Sana.
And what happens? And then what you say?
I want to thank everybody for coming out and celebrating this second day of Kwanzaa, which is Kuji Jakalia, self-determination. Hope everyone have a blessed Kwanzaa and continue success each and every day of their life. Thank you.
Kwanzaa is a wonderful time for us to reflect on where we're at and where we're going as a community and as a people.
Okay. All right. Shout out to the club for holding it down. All right. Okay. Shout out to the elders in the building. All right. Okay. All right. Okay. Shout out to Operation Helping Hand Incorporated. All right. Okay.
This is Frank the Cameraman wishing you a happy birthday from Frank the Cameraman and DJ Mario TV.
How you doing? This is Isaiah. I would like to thank my kids and everybody else for coming out, and a happy Kwanzaa to everyone else. Jameer Wilson and Leilani Wilson. Thank you. Have a good night. Happy Kwanzaa.
And I hope everybody pay attention to the 7 principles, because we do need unity for one, for combat, for freedom, justice, and equality. Say something, good brother.
Happy Kwanzaa to all my African American family. May God's peace and blessings be upon you all. Assalamu alaikum.
And a happy holidays from DJ Mario's TV.
Miss Fitness, I'm here taking pictures in Kwanzaa Day. Today is the second principle of self-determination. So I'd like to say I'm really appreciative that I'm being invited here. Great stories, great poet. I learned a lot, so I really appreciate today. So I've taken some pictures, met some great people, just a happy Kwanzaa, met some nice verbal words. I can't pronounce it right now, but it was great. Thanks very much. Maybe check my pictures on Sterling Clark or Miss Fitness, but I'll make sure I post them and let you know exactly what goes on today in Kwanzaa. And also we should learn the 7 principles of all Kwanzaa. Have a great day. Thank you. Bye.
It's been a pleasure being here tonight. I came for Mr. Samuel Brown at Oceans Foundation. And this is Jermaine Gaines signing off. Thank you.
Happy holidays from DJ Mario TV.
New York City, Connecticut, Philadelphia. What brings us out today is an affair happening here at the Harlem State Building. Good basketball brother of mine by the name of Tommy, a.k.a. Tommy Guns. Well, what's going on in here? We're about to find out in a few minutes. I want to thank Fitness Photography, Fitness Videography for holding down the camera. You can reach out to her at 917-770-6161. Well, in a few minutes, come on in.
Peace and blessings. My name is Sister Amina Aziz, and this is a joyous occasion. And whether you are Muslim, Christian, Jewish, it doesn't matter. We've all come together here to just enjoy one another's company. And in the 7 principles of Kwanzaa, which are all good, and I'm just going to go over a couple that I remember. Unity. It's day one, and today is self-determination. We must be determined to be the greatness that God has put us here to be, okay? And I don't, creativity. We are a creative people. We need to let all of these things shine forth. And one of my favorites is business economics. We have to get money to do the things that are necessary for the community. Okay, peace and blessings, everyone.
Assalamu alaikum. We're here at the 2017 Kwanzaa celebration. I believe Mikra Masjid, help me out here. Masjid Khalifa. And Imam Shabazz invited us to be here. This is my mother, Sister Samira Islam. She's going to be 90 years old. I just wanted to tell everybody that. My mom's going to be 90 years old in February. And it's a blessing to be here with her and the rest of the community here in Harlem. We're originally from Harlem. We're from Harlem, born and raised. So it's a blessing to be here all this time, to see all the things that's come up and new changes in the community, and to see that the people that have been here all this time are still here, and we're still celebrating together. So we appreciate being here. Thank you.
So I want to say I'm grateful for the award that I received tonight. Operation Helping Hand, Inc. Gave me this award during the season of Kwanzaa. So I'm quite grateful and honored. And these are a lot of the people who prayed for me, right? And tolerated me in my moments. So I'm just grateful. So I just want to say thank you. And of course, I belong to the Muslim community at large. And so I can go in any masjid and be present and be supported. And I love that. And so I want to say thank you to Imam Shabazz. I want to thank Assistant Imam Yusuf. And of course, a whole host of others that have supported me, especially my sister Latifa and all the sisters from the masjid. So just want to say thank you. Peace and blessings, and thank you for respecting my team.
All of what you can see is yours, said the eagle to the old woman. Well, how can I repay your kindness?
Javon, aka Bubbles. Happy holidays for DJ Mario TV. Mwah.
How about a hand for Miss Linda Hughes of Yaffa? I want to begin by thanking you all for being here for our Kwanzaa celebration. This being the second day of Kwanzaa, and that second day of Kwanzaa is celebrated by the principle of Kuji Jakalia, which means self-determination, and explain the translation of that is to name ourselves, speak for ourselves, and define ourselves instead of being defined and spoken for by others. That's self-determination. And so first we'd like to start with prayer, and then we will have Sister Linda Humes to give us a little breakdown on Kwanzaa. And then we will have some entertainment, and we have some awardees, and we have some food. So, as you may know, Kwanzaa is not a religious celebration. It's cultural, and it has created a lot of controversy over the years because people thought it might have been a religious observance. It's not. It's cultural. And it was beautiful that it was created by one of our own out of San Francisco, Dr. Moulana Karenga, back in 1964. Yes, right. He deserves that kind of recognition because Kwanzaa now, although it started here in America, is celebrated in Africa. So we transported that back to them, and it's a good thing. Over the years, Kwanzaa has developed into a very, very forceful cultural experience for the African American. And I'm glad to see that it has maintained its flavor, its energy, and its appreciation. So, without further ado, we want to begin with the prayer. We're going to do Al-Fatiha, and that Al-Fatiha means the opening. We will do that, and then we will get on with Sister Linda Humes of Yaffa. أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم الحمد لله رب العالمين الرحمن الرحيم مالك يوم الدين إياك نعبد وإياك نستعين اهدنا الصراط المستقيم صراط الذين أنعمت عليهم غير المغضوب عليهم ولا الضالين آمين. In the name of God, most gracious, most merciful, all praise is due to thee, O God, Lord of all the worlds, the beneficent, the merciful, master of the day of judgment in which we now live. Thee alone do we serve, and thine aid do we seek. O Allah, guide us on the right path, the path of those upon whom thou hast bestowed thy grace, not of those who go astray, nor have earned thy wrath. Ameen, ameen, ameen. And now, without further ado, I'd like to introduce you to Miss Linda Humes of Yaffa.
Ashe means so be it. Ashe. Ashe. May the show begin.
Greetings, everyone. It is a pleasure for us to be here to celebrate Kwanzaa with you. Now, during Kwanzaa time, we speak a special language. What language do we speak? That's right, Kiswahili. And in Kiswahili, there is a word for coming together. Coming together. It's Harambe. All right? So I want everybody to say 3 strong Harambes. Harambe. Harambe. Also in Kiswahili, there is a call and response. Throughout the continent of Africa, all of the languages that are spoken, there's always a call and response that the Joli, that the Abawana, that the storyteller gives when they come forward to the village and have a conversation. So in Kiswahili, the storyteller might say, Hodi, and everyone in the village would answer back, Karibu. Are you listening? Are you ready? And they would say, yes, we're listening, we're ready. So when I say Hodi and you answer back Karibu, we know something's going to happen. If Baba Sanka says Hodi and you all answer back Karibu, we know something's going to happen. So here we go. Hodi, Hodi, Hodi. Thirdly, every day of Kwanzaa, we ask a question. And the question that we ask is, Habargani? Habargani? There you go, Sister Maida. There you go. So today, we know that the answer is Kuji Shakulia, self-determination. But at the end of our presentation, we're going to say Habargani, and we're going to just repeat all of the principles of Kwanzaa, the entire Nguzo Saba, because these are principles that we need to use 365 days a year, not just during this time of Kwanzaa. These are principles that Dr. Karanga pulled from the value system of the continent of Africa that would help to sustain us here in America and sustain Africans in the diaspora. And not only that, it was also to remind us that these principles were also principles that we used here in the diaspora, but in the 60s, we began to forget it during integration. But I digress. Yes? So we have to be reminded of those principles, those actions that our ancestors used to take us from slavery to Jim Crow to the Great Migration. Yes? Because if they did not practice those principles, we wouldn't be here today. And we wouldn't have been here in the 60s either. Yes? All right. So the first thing that we will do now is ask permission from the eldest in the village to give us permission to continue.
That's Sister Samira over there in the red.
Sister Mira, do we have permission? Do we have permission to continue? All right, all right. So, yes, give her a round of applause. Yes, in our tradition, we value our ancestors and we value our elders because we understand that the elders have the wisdom to help us to make our journeys because they walk the path already. So our elders are to be revered. Now, Baba Sangha now is going to pour libation because we stand here today, we sit here today on the shoulders of our ancestors. Ashe?
Ashe.
Well, greetings to everyone. My name is Sangha of the Valley. Yep, and Sangha means deep. I was given that name when I was about 12 years old. When I joined the revolutionary organization, I thought I was a big man. I was around the elders. All my brothers didn't want to come through. They say, nah, man, you know, you're going to go to jail. And Brother Malcolm X, he was big on my island, Trinidad and Tobago. And he said, whether you're in or you're out, you're in jail. So I say, I'm going through with it. So through that time, I learned a lot. Excuse me 1 second. Okay. Yeah, through that time, I learned a lot. Then I came to the United States. It wasn't my decision. but I got here. And the brothers and sisters, you know, we was up on you guys, Trinidad and Tobago, the Black Power Movement, NJAC. We were reading all about what was going on here. Then I met a great man, Babatunde Olatunji, and I have proof right now. I got proof. My sister Minor Major is over there clapping, because she danced with the company. She's undercover today. But we know who she is. So I started saying that because I really want you to know that I'm not just here pouring this libation. This has been my life, you know. And the opportunity to honor the ancestors became very profound. And I became of age where I can pour this libation. So we clear cool water, we clear the way. We say the words of the Yoruba, the Ifa. We say Omi Tutu. You say Ashe. Omi Tutu. Ola Tutu. Ola Tutu. We ask that everyone here today return home safe as they got here safely. Ashe. We ask our ancestors to give us all the rights to honor them today with this program. Ashe. To all our brothers and sisters and grandmothers and grandfathers who came through the Middle Passage. Ashe. All those incarcerated. Ashe. All the children of the world who are in trouble in the hospital and in pain. Ashe. And to the drummers, we say Ashe. And all the dancers, Ashe. Yes. And if you can call the name of your ancestor, call it out loud right now. Now will be appropriate. Vernon Francis, Margaret Beard, Baba Olatunji.
Even now, Barbie.
So we say Ashe, Ashe, Ashe. And you know, the biggest Ashe, we say Ashe Pupa. Yeah, Ashe Pupa. That's many Ashes. When you have that, you're gonna go forward. So the word is one to me. Language doesn't change it. So everyone has their tradition. In your household, you should pour libation every day. Because they are with us. We are them, they are we. Ashe.
Okay, now we're going to have lift every voice and sing, and we have a sister that's going to lead us in that. Yes? Oh, there. Let's give her a round of applause as she makes her way forward.
Greetings all, I'm Sister Hanan.
Greetings.
And
James Weldon Johnson, Ashe. He gave us the national black anthem. And when I was growing up, we had to sing this in assembly in school. For some of you, this precedes, you're a little older than I am, some of y'all might not have had that in school, but I know from my generation, people who are between 50 and 60, we had to sing this in school and we had to learn it. I would like our young people to learn it and to bring it back into the schools. But meanwhile, we can sing it together here today.
everybody please stand.
Please stand. The National African American Anthem by James Weldon Johnson. Lift every voice and sing till earth and heaven rings. Ring with the harmonies of liberty. Let our rejoicing rise high as the listening skies. Let it resound loud as the rolling sea. Sing a song full of the faith that the dark past has taught us. Sing a song full of the hope that the present has brought us. Facing the rising sun of our new day begun. Let us march on till victory is won. It's only the road we trod, bitter the chastening rod, felt in the days when hope unborn had died, yet with a steady beat have not a weary feet come to the place for which our fathers sighed. We have come over a way that with tears have been watered. We have come treading our path through the blood of the slaughtered. Out of the gloomy past, till now we stand at last, with a white gleam of our bright star is cast. God of our weary years, God of our silent tears, Thou who has brought us thus far on the way, Thou who has by Thy might led us into light, keep us forever in the path we pray. Last verse. Least our feet stray from the places, our God, where we meet thee. Least our feet, drunk with the wine of the world, we forget thee. Shadowed beneath thy hand, may we forever stand, true to our God, true to our native land. Amen.
Thank you, thank you. Thank you, Sister Hanan. Thank you, thank you, thank you. You may all take a seat. I don't know if you paid attention to the words, but they're talking about mighty people. That would be us, would it not? Yeah. Now, I know we came here to celebrate, but I'm seeing too many sad faces, serious faces. We need to have more happiness among you. So, everybody turn to your right and tell the person to your right what your name is, and then that person's going to tell you too. I'm Sister Latifah. Good. Sister, you didn't turn to your right. Okay, she's going to turn back over. There you go. Then turn to your left. Let the person on your left know who you are, and they're going to tell you who they are. Great. We can't be here as sisters and brothers and not know each other's names. What's with that, right? Right. All right. All right. We are so glad that you came today, from our youngest to our oldest. We are very happy that you're here. And you notice on the program, it said on the flyer that you got, Operation Helping Hand. So our Imam is going to give you a little history about who Operation Helping Hand is. So this is our Imam, Abu Karim Shabazz.
Greetings again, family.
That's all good.
You can tell I'm not a speaker. Anyway, many of you, I'm sure, know and heard about Faye's Piggyback. Faye's Piggyback was a force in the community for over 40-some years. What you may not know is that Faye's Piggyback grew out of Operation Helping Hand. Operation Helping Hand was the mother company of Faye's Piggyback. And so we have been doing this Kwanzaa celebration for over 40-some years. And it was time for us to get Operation Helping Hand back onto the forefront of people's minds and back on the lips of the people. So Operation Helping Hand is going to be staging a lot of other events in the community, going back to how we began back in 1968. And it is something that is needed in this community now more than ever. And so we hope that we'll be able to count on you to support us in our efforts. We certainly appreciate the fact that you're here now. There are some people that we are going to acknowledge that we have given the name and title of community warriors. And the people that we are going to recognize are certainly that. They are community warriors. So without further ado, forgive my bad manners. The lady, the sister, the woman who was speaking just a moment ago, her name is Latifa Abdul-Jabbar. And Sister Latifa Abdul-Jabbar is an incredible human being. She does so much of everything. And I don't know what we at Mikra, which is Masjid Khalil Rauf Abdullah, I don't know what we do without her. She truly is a gift from God. Okay, so Sister Latifa, you're going to come back up and explain the Naguza Saba.
Thank you. Thank you, my brother.
Thank you.
We're going to have some young people to help us. Jermaine, you're young too. You can come up and join us, Jermaine. Jameer, Elani, Jermaine, Lanier, and Amina.
Beautiful.
So when we start our 7 days of Kwanzaa, each day we open up and we say Habari Gani. And that is, what's the news? What's new? And the response would be whatever the day is, the particular day. So we know this is the second day, but we're going to pretend it's the first day of Umoja. And I'm going to say Habari Gani, and you're going to say? Umoja. Exactly. And I will go to the second day, which is today. Habari Gani. Great. So in the home, we usually are decorating our homes either in red, black, and green, or with traditional African cloth. Whatever it is that you feel that you need to do to represent our country, our continent, our continent. So here we have the various symbols on the table. And we start out, and you have that on your handout. We start out with the makeka, and it's the mat. And I left this here, so if any of you all want to look at it later as you, begin to get your Kwanzaa celebration, and you'll know. And the makeka, this is symbolic of our tradition and history. Therefore, it's the foundation from which we build. So we start out with our makeka. And on our makeka, we put our... I'll get over that. We have our kanara. Our kanara is the candle holder. And you see it's 7 holders. And this is symbolic of our roots, our parents people, the continent of Africa. Into the kanara, we have our Mushuma Saba, our 7 candles. Thank you, brother. And they're symbolic of the 7 principles that we not only speak about, but that we emulate every day. And as the sister says, it's not just during Kwanzaa, but it may begin in your home, in your community, but every day we should live the principles of Kwanzaa. And it's the matrix and the minimum set of values which African people are urged to live by throughout the year. So that's our 7 candles, Mashuma Saba. Saba is 7. And then we have the Kikombe Cha Umoja, the unity cup, as the brother poured libation. And this is symbolic of the foundational principle and practice of unity, which makes everything else possible. If we don't have unity, then we have nothing. And just think about your family. If you do not have that unity in your home, isn't there chaos? Well, that's the same thing with us as a people. If we don't have that unity, we have chaos. And it doesn't matter what else is happening around us, we have control. God has given us control, that we can control how we are with our sisters and our brothers. And then we have the mohindi, or the corn. And this represents your children. So if you have 5 children, you'll have 5 ears of corn. If you're taking care of your grandchildren, your great-grandkids, whoever, the number of mohindi, the ears of corn, would represent that. Now you're going to use your imagination here. And we see the mazeo, which would be in here. We would have produce. We would have fruits and vegetables normally right in here. And they're symbolic of the African harvest celebrations and the rewards of our labor. That's what Kwanzaa is about, is celebrating the first fruits of our labor. And as the actual farmer goes out and plants the seeds, we also plant. We have children, and we're planting the morals, the traditions, the rituals, the faith in them, and we carry it on. So as you can see, it's not just for the 7 days of Kwanzaa. It's for always. Non-religious, because I hear a lot of people saying, well, I'm this and I'm that. Well, we call ourselves this and that. We're all part of God's creation. Whatever name you call God, I believe that there's only one God. That's my belief. And then you know what's so wonderful? We have the choice to choose. To choose. Isn't that wonderful? So we're praying that everybody from now on will begin to use the 7 principles, the Ngozi Saba, in their lives. So what we're going to do now, we're going to say each one of the Ngozi Saba, and some of our young people, they will be saying what it is as we light it, okay? Habari Gani and Jamea. Here, honey. You and Leilani come forward. Just one.
Assalamu alaikum, everybody. Right now, I'm going to introduce the first day of Kwanzaa, Umoja, which means unity. To strive for and maintain unity in the family, community, nation, and race.
All right.
Thank you. And then we say Habari Gani on the second day. Habari Gani. And Jamia and Leilani are going to let us know what the second principle is.
The second principle of Kwanzaa is Kuchi Chakulia, which means the self-determination to define ourselves, name ourselves, believe for ourselves, and speak for ourselves.
Thank you very much. Thank you. Didn't they do a great job? Wonderful. Our future. And then on the third day, we say Habari Gani, and one of our young people, Jermaine, responds.
Good afternoon, everybody.
Good afternoon.
You, Jamaya, which means Ujima, I'm sorry, which means to build and maintain our community together and make our brothers and sisters problems to solve them together.
Thank you, Jermaine. And on the fourth day, we say Habari Gani, and Jermaine will tell us what that principle is.
Habari Gani, which is Uchama, which is to build and maintain our stores, shops, and our businesses to profit from them together. Thank you.
Thank you, Jermaine. And you can go stand over there next to Jamia and Leilani. All of our young people helping us out. We are so blessed to have them here. And on the fifth day, we say Nia. And Lanier, you're going to come stand up here, and I'm going to read for Lanier. That's a special privilege she has given me. Lanier, you can stand right over there, and Amina. So on the fifth day, and we say Habari Gani, the response is Nia, purpose. To make our collective vocation the building and developing of our community in order to restore our people to their traditional greatness. Habari Gani. Who knows what the next principle is? Exactly. Y'all got your cheat sheets there. Kuumba, creativity. To do always as much as we can in every way that we can in order to leave our community more beautiful and beneficial than we inherited it. Did y'all hear that? Yeah. To leave this community more beautiful and more beneficial than it was when we got here. We got a big job, but together we can. And on the last day, we say Habari Gani, and what do you say? What do you say? Exactly. And that's faith. Faith. To believe with all our hearts in our people, our parents, our teachers, our leaders, and the righteousness and victory of our struggle. So let's give a clap for everybody, for our young people, and for all of you. Habari Gani. Thank you to Jamia, Leilani, Jermaine, Lanier, and Amina, our future. Right now, we're going to turn it over to Yafa. You know, we can't have an event with drummers drumming and everybody sitting like this. Something wrong with that picture. You know, the first beat we heard was our mother's heartbeat, right? So it's in us. It's in us. So when you hear those drums, don't sit there. If you feel like moving, just nod your head. Want to move your shoulder? Just one shoulder? Move it. Now you work your way up to two shoulders. A hand and a head. A shoulder
barefoot. All right. 2 shoulders and your hips. But you gotta move. You gotta move. So we turn it over to our sisters. That's right, brother. That's what I'm talking about. And the young one shall lead us. That's right, brother. You tell them. All right, you got it. Yafa, we turn it over to you.
Let's give the sister a round of applause and all the young people for going over the table. When Dr. Karanga got the vision of doing Kwanzaa, he really was looking at the philosophy of Sankofa. Can everyone say Sankofa? Now Sankofa is from Ghana, but I love this concept. When the elders in Ghana would sit outside and relax at the end of the day, they would notice a bird, a very particular bird. This bird would go to a tree, it would make a nest, and then when it was time to go to a second tree, it would always take something from that first tree with him. So the elders, they looked at this tree and they looked at the bird and they said, this bird, this Sankofa bird, we can learn from this bird that we must always take with us what is valuable from our past and bring it with us in our present so that we can have a glorious future. So many of us, I'm sure, are familiar with that symbol of that bird looking back. And it's the same thing with us. We need to go back and get what is valuable and bring it with us into the present so that the children can have a glorious future. Yes? Absolutely. So with that in mind, I want to go back to the continent of Africa, specifically Ghana, West Africa. The Ashanti people have a rich storytelling tradition. And what I love about the Ashanti stories is the messages that they have. So this story is from Ghana, West Africa. And in Ghana, they would say, Ago. And then the village would answer back, Amen. Ago. Amen. All right. Now the name of this story is, when someone does good to you, you should return good with good. There once was a female eagle. And this female eagle was flying high on her quest for food when she came across a very old woman. The old woman had a terrible sore on her leg. The eagle descended to the old woman and asked the old woman how on earth was she able to walk with such a terrible sore. Well, the old woman cried that sometimes the sore was so painful that she was not able to walk at all. The eagle looked at the old woman. I can help you, she said, but I know how you human beings are. If I do good to you today, you will return my good with evil tomorrow. Oh, no, said the old woman, please, if you can help me, help me. So the eagle instructed the old woman to close her eyes. Close your eyes, old woman. Now, open them. When the old woman opened her eyes, the trees and the forest had cleared. Close your eyes, old woman. Now, open them. This time when the old woman opened her eyes, there were people and huts and a marketplace as far as the eye could see. Close your eyes, old woman. Now, open them. This last time when the old woman opened her eyes, the terrible sore that was on her leg had disappeared. All of what you can see is yours, said the eagle to the old woman. Well, how can I repay your kindness? She asked. Well, the female eagle looked out into the distance. That cotton silk tree is all that I desire, and she flew to the top of the cotton silk tree. And in a few weeks, she laid and hatched 2 baby eagles. Now, that older woman she became very prosperous. However, she had a little granddaughter that lived with her, and I trust none of you know any children like this. I mean, this little girl is what I call a brat. Do you all know any brats? Well, this little girl started screaming at the top of her lungs. I want an eagle baby to chew. I want an eagle baby to chew. Every single day the same lament. I want an eagle baby to chew. If I don't get an eagle baby to chew, I'll just die. So the grandmother said, my granddaughter should die for want of an eagle baby to chew. And she summoned a few of the men from the village. Go to the cotton silk tree and bring the creatures to me. The sound of their axes against the tree was pit, pit, pit. The tree almost fell to the ground when the youngest of the baby eagles cried out for its mother. You go to it, come back. Now when the female eagle heard the sounds of her youngest baby eagle, she flew back to the cotton silk tree. And with the sound of her voice, the tree that had almost went to the ground came back to its upright position. And the men that were chopping the tree were devoured in the ground. If she comes back for you, let her take it, she instructed her children, and she flew off. Now the next week, that little granddaughter started again. I want an eagle baby to chew. I want an eagle baby to chew. If I don't get an eagle baby to chew, I'll just... So once and again, the grandmother summoned a few of the men from the village. Go to the cotton silk tree and bring the creatures to me. The sound of their axes against the tree was pit, pit, pit. The tree fell to the ground. The men went into the nest. They were able to capture the youngest baby eagle. The elder baby eagle flew to the wawa tree. The men presented the youngest baby eagle to the old woman. She cooked it with plantain and served it to her granddaughter for dinner. Come back. Now, when the female eagle finally found her eldest baby eagle at the wawa tree and learned the fate of her youngest baby eagle, she flew to the outskirts of town to commence her magic. And all the people, the huts in the marketplace disappeared. And the trees and the forest returned. And the terrible sore that once was on the old woman's leg returned. The elders of the Ashanti people teach us that when someone does good to you, you should return good with good. Mendoza. Thank you. Thank you. What I love about that story is that it reminds us as adults, and it teaches the children the golden rule. Do unto others as you would have them do unto you. Years and years ago, stories had sad endings. And the reason, because they really wanted the children to understand. So now, we have to still tell those stories so that we can feel it and so that we too can understand. Hodi, Karibu. Hodi, Hodi. All right, all right. So it's Kwanzaa time, and the sister said she wanted us to celebrate. So we're going to celebrate. So, young people, y'all like hip hop? Young people, y'all like hip hop? Okay. Middle-aged people, y'all like hip hop? Older people, you'll tolerate it. All right. Okay. So here we go. I need a beat. All right, y'all, put your hands together now. Come on now, this is Harlem. This is not, Come on, y'all, put them hands together now. It's a Kwanzaa thing, you should understand. People, you understand? It's a Kwanzaa thing, you should understand. Principles of life to make your mind expand. Erosion, unity, coochie chakalia, self-determination. It's a Kwanzaa thing, you should understand that we all have the power to make a plan. Follow it through and take the stand. Ujima, collective work and responsibility. Ujamaa, cooperative economics. Cooperative economics. African people, wherever you live, New York, the UK, Ghana, South Central LA, Nia, purpose, Kumba, creativity. Oh, it's a Kwanzaa thing you should understand. Started by Dr. Karanga to remind us that we are strong, intelligent, committed folk, ready to take action and not just talk. Imani, faith. Now I want everybody to repeat after me. I'm going to say it's a Kwanzaa thing, and I want you all to answer back a Kwanzaa thing. Outdoor voices. It's a Kwanzaa thing. 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 Select that. Select that. Kick it. Kick it.
Well, all right. We go to the Caribbean, and we're gonna do the whole song like this. We say, Kwanzaa time, hey, let me tell you about this Kwanzaa time. Kwanzaa time, you know, it is the black family time. I say 1966, Thomas Sacramento, Dr. Mulana Karanga gave us, you know, Kwanzaa, to celebrate our ancestors. I am glad we have this thing called Kwanzaa, to put the family together, show more love for your sister and your brother, give respect to your mother and your father. Just to make the black community the stronger, remember? It's a political or religion. 7 days to celebrate and trust. Hey, the Kwanzaa thing is a must. If you don't know, just follow us. You need a table with a kente cloth, a bowl of fruit, a mat, and some corn. You need a gift for me called your own. I can have it with 7 candles to reach like your principal. Like, who knows that I mean? You're the team, could you travel here to determine each other, ultima, collective work and responsibility. Whichever, cooperative economics. Yeah, that means purpose, kauma, creativity. The last day is money, that means faith. So everybody in the house, celebrate. Kwanzaa time, Kwanzaa time. I want to tell you about this Kwanzaa time. Kwanzaa time, you know, it is the black family time. Say yo, say yo, say yo, yo. Now somebody scream, and you don't stop. Peace and love. Let me see the V. Let me see the V. Everybody gotta show the letter V. And what does it stand for? What does it stand for? What does it stand for? Yes, I say it loud. You're black and you're proud. All right. It's done, you're done.
How about another hand for Baba, Linda Humes, and Yapa? I'm gonna do that now. Just a few moments ago, we were visited by our latest congressman, representing our community, Washington Heights community, and a lot of other communities. We're glad to have him, and it's a real sign of commitment for him to be a part of this ceremony in his first year in office. Congressman Espelard.
So much. I'll be brief. Thank you so much. I heard the drums and I saw the food coming in, and I said, I gotta go there. And so, you know, my office is upstairs in the 5th floor. You're all welcome to come by when you need anything, but this is a special celebration, and I think people often don't understand what the celebration is all about, and they just think it's a big party, but it's not. It has a very deep tradition that's embedded in the African diaspora that comes, that goes to all over the world, to the Caribbean where I'm from, to here, the United States, to Brazil, all over the world. The African diaspora manifests itself with its culture, its music, its cuisine, its commitment to freedom and life. And so Kwanzaa is a time of the season where we all get together to celebrate those virtues and those family morals that we have as a community, right? And so I'm happy to be here and say thank you for doing this. And I'm upstairs. If you want to swing back at any time, my doors are open to all of you. Whether you live in Harlem or you live in Brooklyn, in the Bronx, doesn't matter, Washington Heights, we are one community. It doesn't matter whether your ancestors picked cotton or cut sugar cane, we all come from the same place. Thank you.
How about another hand for Congressman Escalante? Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir. Okay, one of the things in Kwanzaa is that we must have what they call not the feast, what is it? The karamu, thank you. The karamu. So that's next. But before we do that, we want to acknowledge what we have announced as community warriors. And as it stands right now, we have 2 of those community warriors here and present. The first one is a man who has done much for the Harlem community by working with our youth. Started an organization many years ago, over 40-some years ago, called Our Children's Foundation. An incredible human being. He did much to enrich the lives of young people in this community. So it is with great pride and pleasure that we ask Mr. Sam Brown to come forward and get his community warrior. Mr. Sam Brown.
Always. Do I have to say something? Yeah. Thank you very much for this award. I really appreciate that. But it's just something that that will take me a minute to tell you. And it's a song that really touched me, and I think it should touch all of us. And the song is named The Other Song by Sweet Honey and the Rock. All right. And it's some of the things that is said in that song is exactly the way I feel in my heart for my community, for you, and for everyone. And so I'll read a couple of, I don't have my glasses on, so give me a break, okay? That which touches me most is that I had a chance to work with people passing on to others that which was passed on to me. To me, young people come first. They have the courage when we fail, and if I can but shade some light, if I could just shed some light on them as we enter the glare. The older I get, the better I know that the secret of my going on is when the reins are in the hands of the young who dare to run the storm. Not needing to clutch the power, not needing the light to shine on me, I need to be in the number as we stand against tyranny. Struggling myself don't mean a lot. I come to realize that teaching others to stand up and fight is the only way our struggle survive. I'm a man who speaks in a voice and I must be heard. At times I can be quite difficult. I bow to no man's word. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Mr. Sam Brown.
That's his cane. Don't give away his cane. He's gonna start some trouble in here. Take a photo. Take a photo.
Oh, yes, okay.
Stand next to him, please.
Over there. Over there.
Oh, stand by yourself.
My man.
What?
Female.
Thank you. Mr. Sam Brown. Our Children's Foundation. I'm pleased to present this next Community Warrior Award to an individual that I've known for many years. But knowing people is one thing, and having respect for them is something else.
That's true. That's right.
Not only do I know him, but I respect him. He's a man of his word. He loves his people. He loves his religion. He loves the community. And whenever you call on him to be a part of something positive, he's there. I'm not going to go any further because I don't want him to figure out who it is. But it's for our brother, my friend, Imam Umar Abdul Jalil. Yes, sir. More than deserved.
Yeah, sure. First of all, I'd like to this is a surprise. And if anybody know me, you know I'm a reformed country preacher. And we can be here all night. But with that being said, I always like to include everyone because our people, our diaspora is a vast diaspora. So I always give a greeting. So I say shalom. To those of us who, our people who was here first. Praise the Lord. Assalamu alaikum. Hotep. And if you are still undecided, what's happening? May God bless all of us. You got me, man. It's on. It's war, man. Yeah.
Are you ready?
It's DJ Mario.
F-U-N spells.
Fun. DJ Mario and video. 212-714-7188.
What up, DJ Mario? How you doing? Viva La Vie, Vanetta Schofield out here live. Just had a great set at Mocha's. I told y'all it is the best room to work out. It is great. It has improved me as a comedian, and I had a great time tonight. Shout out to Smokey Suarez for having the room. Every Monday, we're here. Free comedy. We're lit. Shout out to DJ Mario. Yeah, man, the grind is real. Just keep going. Keep pushing. That's all I got to say, man. What's
Trying to get them to go home. I'm trying. Look. This was a great. Okay. Come on, Mario. Once again, Mario, you were off the hook.
You know, I'm going to work, Mario, though, on giving you a script, because you didn't follow the script all the time, but the music was off the hook. Somebody said to me that was the best party they've been to in a long time, and that's because they old like I am, and he played the old jams, and everybody knew the words to. So hip, hop, it's all right. Salome, we love you. Happy birthday, baby. And all the best. All right. Oh, the doctors to be.
Come on.
Happy birthday, Auntie. You're fabulous. You're 70. You're beautiful. And I'm happy that I was here to celebrate it with you. And I wish you many, many more.
Yeah, sample. All right, there we go.
Hi, my name is Janine Mayers, and I'm author of Infinite Love, The Pursuit book series. Happy holidays from DJ Mario TV.
Let's just go on the far end.
We have some more community warriors to be acknowledged. However, only one showed up. And he showed up just in time that he can be acknowledged by our brother Yusuf Abdul Malik. So I'll have Yusuf Abdul Malik introduce.
Assalamu alaikum. So we want to bring up Brian Benjamin, our new senator. He used to be. He did a lot before he became senator. That's why we really want to acknowledge him. Thank you. You want to take it? Yeah, definitely. Oh, get back. Back into the yeah. I get on the other side. Okay. Boom. That's too much.
Next up, man. Go ahead. 3, 2, 1.
All right.
Thank you. Well, first of all, happy Kwanzaa, everyone. Today is the day of self-determination. And as many of us know, that we as a people, if we didn't have self-determination, we don't know where we would be, okay? And I am honored to be here, be your senator. I see our Congressman Espaillat. Thank you for being focused and being here and being supportive of this amazing day. I'm new, but one of the things I'm desperately trying to do is make sure that our next generation knows where they came from and knows that we are beautiful people. We are people who have been tried, but we are moving in the right direction. I know what we got going on in Washington, D.C., and Congressman Espaillat is helping us to deal with that. But we will continue to fight to make sure that black people all over the world strive and thrive. And that is what I'm looking to do as your state senator, to make sure that this criminal justice reform system gets remixed in a way where people are treated as innocent and then have to be proven guilty versus the other way around, which is what's happening presently. One thing that we were fighting on together was making sure that people don't come to Harlem and try to rename Harlem. We know Harlem is Harlem from 110th to 155th. It is not Soha or some other mixed name. And we are not going to tolerate that kind of behavior. And people have learned. They've learned from that. I mean, when you step up and say, I matter, I believe in myself, I'm black, I'm proud, I'm beautiful, people respond to that. And so I'm excited to be a part of the Harlem family. I was born in Harlem Hospital 41 years ago, and it's just an honor to be able to serve you. So I will continue to do that as long as you have me, and thanks for giving me this beautiful award. Thank you very much. And unfortunately, I have to run. I hate to be disrespectful, but unfortunately I have to run because it wasn't planned right. I mean, I have a holiday thing I have to do, but I'm with you, and if you ever need me, I'm here. Amen? All right.
Because they just can't afford it. Well, this brother has a business, and we go there and eat. I'm vegan, so I eat there all the time. But what really makes me feel really extra special is that every night he feeds people for free that need to eat. You know there are restaurants that throw food away?
That's right.
Well, he doesn't do that. He gives it out to the community. All you have to do is go to his door. Without further ado, this is my true brother, Davy Simmons. Come on up, community warrior. And you want to say a little something? And his daughter right there, she's in business with him. You want to say a little something?
Thank you, Harlem. I can't pronounce the word, but I know it's self-determination.
That's all right.
You know.
Keep going.
Harlem, we came here in 1990, and we still here. And we here to help the community, build a community, and keep them strong. So we keep giving. Thank you.
Thank you for your continued support, Harlem. That's the reason why we're still here, because of you. Thank you.
Thank you.
What's the address?
Good question. Corner Madison and 125th.
Madison and 125th.
52 East 125th Street on Madison Avenue.
Thank you. Thank you.
Get some of my money, sir.
Right next to the pawn shop.
Remember that.
Because I know we're landmark people, right? Right next to the, but go there. Even if you eat meat, you eat fish, you will enjoy the food. There's fresh smoothies, fresh juices, cakes, the vegetables, the meat substitutes. Everything is so good. You will enjoy it. It's prepared with love, and he's been here, what'd you say, 1990? 1990, so you know he must love Harlem, right?
That's right.
With all of the changes, so we're going to continue to support you, brother.
Yes.
Another community warrior. You know we eat and we live in places, but if it's not safe, then all of that goes in vain. There's a program out here. The sister started on her own, deciding that she had to do something. Self-determination, deciding that she had to do something, not waiting for the government, not waiting for others, seeing our young people out here getting into violence. And it grew. She has a team of people working with her, Street Corner Resources, I Am Peace, and they are doing an outstanding job. Many times they're the first responders when there's a shooting. And they have to go and they have to speak to the parents, those who lost friends and relatives. And she helps to quell that turmoil that's there many times when the young people don't really know what's happening, but they want to fight back. And she's there. She reads body language. She understands the unspoken word. And she goes there and she speaks to them and she brings peace. She and her team. And I am so proud and happy that she's my sister. Sister Aisha Sekou, another community warrior. Her team. It takes a team. We are very proud of all of you. We are proud of all of you.
You want me to say something?
Yes. Thanks, Aisha.
Assalamu alaikum. Assalamu alaikum. Peace and blessings, family. I'm really happy about this. Latifah, thank you. I love you so much. In the middle of the night and early in the morning, before Fajr and after Fajr, I get texts from Sister Latifah and some of you, words of encouragement and prayer and doers and things you saw on the news and little videos where you tape me being on your TV. I never see that myself because I'm never sitting in front of a TV long enough. But I also just really want to say thank you to everyone, because this has been a journey. And sometimes the adversity of going through something that you want, and sometimes it doesn't happen fast enough. And I knew that watching children lose life and die right here in the shadow of this building at Harlem Hospital, I sat with countless mothers and fathers and some children that the parents didn't even know that their child was dead. Right? I mean, I sat with those children while they took their last breath. And it makes you angry. It makes you angry because you feel like everybody should know to do something. Well, I had to learn that people didn't know. They really didn't understand how serious this issue of gun violence was. So I had to get to a place of forgiveness, right? With everybody. With everybody. Even my Muslim brothers and sisters didn't know what this thing was. This thing that we call gun violence is serious. It's serious. So I appreciate every bit of support. I'm glad to have the 18th contract out of the mayor's office. It took a lot. People had to figure out whether or not they liked me, and then they had to learn that it's really not about me. And they learned that because the death got closer to their doorstep, their nephew, their cousin, their aunt, the baby that they knew, catching gunfire. And then they wanted to talk about it. So, but I'm grateful. The process of adversity introduced me to myself and taught me to be a little more patient and to practice the power of prayer, because God changes things, and that only happens with God. It only happens with God. That's the first place of change. So I guess I had to learn that to get to this place of acceptance and to do this work with power and purpose in the best way that I can. And I'm grateful to have some of my team here. They're on the street. You know, I'm so used to being on the street. So sometimes they're on the street. I'll be like, I'm getting ready to come out. They be like, nah, sis, stay in the house. So it's so different, you know, not jumping out every day on the street. You know, once in a while I jump out, right? And they be like, what's she doing here? Can't she stay home? But anyway, I'm grateful for my team. I'm grateful for all of the help that we have. We have a contract at Harlem Hospital. We have a mental wellness component, which Maurice Lacey runs. And he's our credible clinician, a professor at Columbia University. We also, I told you, we have the contract at Harlem Hospital. And so the deep thing is that you pray for relief and help, and then the Creator makes you run all over the place to grab all of the blessings. And so I stand here very tired, but grateful. But I'm tired because I got to grab the blessings, right? He said, here they come. And you just got to be able to catch the things that Allah delivers. So I say thank you. Thank you, thank you. Today we were busy giving out suits to brothers who are returning home from incarceration. So we gave out suits and haircuts right on 125th Street on the corner. And we did that with 100 suits, a brother named Kevin Livingston, and we've been doing a lot of collaboration about the things that we say we want to fix in our community. And so to everyone, Imam, Shabazz, thank you. Everybody in the room, I'm not going to call each name individually. Thank you. And please continue to pray for us in this work, because every day on the street is a little dangerous. And I'm not going to talk about all the danger, but we've seen a few things. But I know that I've been protected. And I'm grateful for the protection, and I'm grateful for the prayers. Continue to keep us in your prayers. Peace and blessings. Oh, I think I have a card in my bag. Hey, girl. Give me my hug. How you doing? Come, guys. Team. Come on, Latifah. Team. Come inside. I know. You came up crying. Mess up my credibility.
Street bread, my eyes Thank you. Thank you, family.
Wow. After waking up this morning and deciding to make it an intentional day, how many of you decide to make your days an intentional day? That means that you are conscious of what's happening. That means you are conscious of what you say. You are conscious about what you think. It's not just, I'm just going to go through. All of our warriors are intentional people. They decided that they were going to make a difference. And guess what? We can help them. We can help them. The food that's served, we go in there and we buy, so he'll have more and he can serve more. We complain about the violence on the street. Let's go give the sister help. Let's go out there. They have vigils, they're praying for people. We find out when it is, we go and pray. She's out there talking to young people. Let's go there and talk to them. See, we complain about our young people a lot. We got some powerful young people out there. We were young ones too. And did we not do some things that our parents, had they known about it, would have done some heavy things to us? But we were blessed to get through it. They'll be blessed to get through it too as long as we're there. Do you know how dangerous it is on the streets? And they're the first responders, they're out there. God is protecting them, but we've got to help them. And then we complain about our politicians. They're not doing this and they're not doing that. But when you look in the mirror, are you asking that person, what am I doing? What can I do? Am I voting? Do I know why I'm voting? Do I know what the regulations are that are on the books so that I can vote intelligently? See, those are our responsibilities. It's not the other person. Michael Jackson said it so wonderfully when he said it's the man in the mirror. That's man and woman in the mirror. We make a difference. Let our politicians know what it is that we want in our community. We let them know what we want in our community. And let them know if they don't do it, we're not voting for you. That's the way it works. We don't wait for them to tell us. We tell them. I'm not going to say the ballot or the bullet. But sometimes it's that. And it doesn't have to be the literal bullet. It's the words that we shoot out at them. It's the words. Get your neighbors registered to vote. We have to make certain that when the commissioners of the police department are out there, that they are representing us. So that when they place those police officers in the precincts, they're doing what we want. You know, there are other people that go to the precinct when they're not doing what they need to be doing for their people, and they let it be known. All we do is complain to each other. So what can Malik do to help me? And what can Karima do to help me? They're not in office. Let's make a difference, y'all. Let's use every principle that we have. From Umoja to Kuchichakalia to Ujima, Ujama, Kuumba, Nia, and Imani. Let's use them all. And let's set our makeka, our foundation. Let us be the foundation of our communities. So it doesn't fall. It's not on quicksand. We are the foundation. We are raising children to be what? We are raising children to be what? When they say wake up everybody, we got to wake up. Preachers, imams, congregation, mothers, fathers, sisters, brothers, all of us. Let's step into the roles that we have and let's make it count. And we're going to continue to enjoy ourselves. And we want to say thanks to the DJ, who's also our videographer. Right on, right on. And we're going to have some music playing. Oh, wait, our drummer. Give the drummer some, y'all. Give the drummer some. All right. All right. Got that beat going. So we're gonna have a little bit more music now. I don't know what kind of music is coming on. They're gonna play it, whatever it is. But we can get up and we can dance. We can enjoy ourselves. Okay? Continue to enjoy. Happy Kwanzaa, everybody. What'd you say, Khalil? What'd you say, Khalil? You gonna sing?
I don't know yet.
What is that about? No, yeah. Okay, so let's enjoy, continue to enjoy yourselves. And thanks again, preparers of the food, servers of the food. We appreciate you, and we appreciate each and every one of you as you came out today to help celebrate Kwanzaa. Keep it in your hearts, keep it in your spirits, keep it in your actions. We love you. Peace and blessings.
I know you wanna ride, but I refuse to let you go. If I have to beg for your sympathy, I don't mind, 'cause you mean that much to me. Ain't too proud to beg, and you know it. Please don't leave me, girl. Ain't too proud.
This is what happens at the end of a showcase done by yours truly. But it's not about me, it's about we. I want to shout out to Big Will, he came through. Everybody else is still gathering and sharing in the principles of Kwanzaa. So keep that in mind if you should need us in 2018, whether it's photography or videography, or if you need DJ Mario, just give me a call, 917-770-6161 or 646-206-8859. Thank you so very much, and we'll be right back with some interviews done by Fitness Photography after this commercial break. Peace.
Hi, my name is Janine Mayers, and I'm author of Infinite Love, The Pursuit book series. Happy holidays from DJ Mario TV.
I have people buying your book and calling you and asking you if you can, ship them through 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 books.
That's
this is what we're going to do.
about.
I'm standing here with Sister Janine doing her thing. Infinite Love. What is Infinite Love?
Infinite Love is a book series that pretty much gives us hope that we can be involved in relationships that can last a lifetime.
Okay.
I find with our grandparents, they got married and it was forever.
Right.
With our generation, men tend to get married and jump in and out of relationships. So this was something I was hoping that would inspire people to work a little harder to stay together, the family unit.
Right. Now, you told me about a few of the characters in the book. It just seems very interesting because there seems to be a sisterhood. A group of women doing things, and your way is not necessarily the right way or the wrong way, but people have ways in which, choosing your mate. A lot of women think that the guy who makes the most money is the guy that is perfect for you, but then that guy could be the guy that beat your ass.
Absolutely.
Right?
Absolutely.
So then the objective is really connecting spiritually and mentally with someone.
And building.
Sacrificing. Right. And sister, sometimes, what always looks pretty is not pretty. And it's quite obvious. If a guy wants you, you know he wants you. If he doesn't want you, there's a telltale sign.
They're going to put in the work.
Right. If
I
you
always
really
say actions speak louder than words.
Oh, absolutely.
So if he acts like he loves you, it's a good chance he loves you. If he says it all the time but doesn't act like it, it's a great
You
chance.
have to walk the walk. You can't only talk the talk.
Absolutely.
So, if you're holding on to something that's not there, let it go. This is your girl, Claudette. With Janine, the author.
Janine Mayers.
How can people reach you?
You
Janine?
can reach me Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, Janine Worldwide, and you can get the book in ebook or paperback on Amazon or Barnes and Nobles.
This looks very interesting. I'm going to get me a copy because I have to really read up about this whole thing and to figure out what's going on.
Absolutely.
Because I don't know about anybody else, but I want infinite love.
And you want a good laugh.
And a good man.
And a good man.
I don't want anybody I don't want to fly
no
by
users, no abusers. Somebody who's dedicated, focused, ambitious.
Somebody who cares.
Patient.
That too.
Tender.
Patience.
Tender.
Right.
There's a lot of things. And again, us women have to give
somebody who likes biscuits.
Absolutely.
Right.
With gravy.
With gravy? Yeah.
Shrimps and grits. The fried chicken and collard greens. I'm the skinniest fat girl you ever gonna meet.
Well, let me tell you, Janine, I really love what you're doing.
Thank you.
Kudos to you. Whenever you find a sister who is doing things and inspiring other sisters,
thank you. I appreciate
you need to be promoted.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
And I
Absolutely.
appreciate you. And you guys heard it. You want to give a shout out to anybody else?
I want to give a shout out to all of my friends in the Bronx, where I'm born and raised.
Boogie Down Bronx.
As well as Brooklyn and Harlem.
Brooklyn in the house.
And Queens and Atlanta, Georgia.
Georgia. The Peaches.
The Peach Tree. That's where my mom is. I love you, Mom.
Well, you guys heard it. This is our girl, Janine, and this is your girl, Claudette, for DJ Mario TV and Believe in Yourself video. Peace out.
Peace out.
My name is Davey Simmons, and we've been in business for 27 years. We started at 54 West 125th Street, across from the Harlem Office State Building, and we were there for 20 years, and then we moved down. But we are a vegan restaurant. We served about 30 different dishes a day, and we have fresh juice, fresh smoothies, fresh vegetable juice. We make everything on premises, and we open from 8 a.m. to 10 p.m. 7 days a week. We at the corner of 125th and Madison, 52 East 125th Street, Uptown Veg. The phone number is 212-987-2660. We also cater. Thank you.
My name is Jasmine, and I work with my father, and I assist him in the store.
Can we book you?
Yes. Yes. We just want to shout out to the Harlem community and just thank them for their continued support of Uptown Veg, and all our customers. Thank you, and we have a bunch of new things coming.
Happy Kwanzaa!
Happy Kwanzaa!
Right. So one of the things that we'll be doing in the coming year is continuing to build community, because we prefer not to just be interrupting violence. That's a big part of what we do. But when things get calm, and when we're able to get the violence to a minimum like we have it now, we like to build on that and create something new and shape our community and help young people. Like today, we were with Kevin Livingston with 100 Suits, giving out suits to men who are returning to the community. And we enjoyed doing that. It was cold outside, but we felt like we had made a little dent with some folks. So we want to do things like that, continue to build. Right, I can be reached at 212-694-8759. My organization is Street Corner Resources, and our website is scrnyc1.org. scrnyc1.org. And our Facebook page is Street Corner Resources. Go and like our page. Hit us up on Instagram, Street Corner Resources, and keep us in prayer. Thank you. Peace.
These pieces that you see are made from ceramics, and they're hand built. The pots that you see over here are thrown on the pottery wheel.
Isn't this better? Teamwork makes the dream work.
These are thrown on the pottery wheel. And this piece here is, the name of my show is titled Conjuring Spirits, and this is titled Conjuring Man. This is the piece that gives life to the paperwork that you see on the wall. This is also made out of paper, brown paper. I just covered it with fabric and other elements. And this is a ceramic piece that's hand built. Okay, let's go over here to my showcase. These are, as I said before, these faces that you see are hand-built by clay. I chose to keep some of them in its natural state, which is terracotta. This is an unglazed piece. And this is called Katrina, and this is a glazed piece. The pieces that you see in this showcase here, I would consider this my signature. These are woven pieces, so I have learned how to manipulate the clay in order to make baskets. So, thank you all for coming, Abarigati. Does anybody have any questions that they would like to ask me in reference to the artwork?
If you was interested in any of the purchasing any of the pieces, how would you do that?
I have a price list I can show you if you.
That's a great question.
Oh, you know, website. Well, I'm in a question.
Yes. Well, with a studio, it doesn't take a long time. I mean, I've worked on a piece like maybe a whole day, half of a day. The thing is that in working with ceramics, once you make the piece has to dry, and then you have to fire it, and then if you decide to put color to it, then you have to fire it again. So it goes in a firing twice. So for example, this piece here is the first firing. Oh, no. This is not to play with. Somebody's child is playing.
Yeah, because he's over there.
As I was saying, this is the first firing. So this is terracotta, the clay that I used, and I didn't glaze it because I like the natural color. And so here I glazed it, and I used several different types of glazing. It's a matte and a gloss. So it's fired twice. And sometimes you can fire a piece 3 and 4 times. It depends on if you want to change the color or the look of it. Any more questions? Thank you.
Thank you for sharing.
She'll be walking around just in case you have any questions. She'll be walking around if you have any more questions. And also she'll take pictures as well. $3.
Hi, my name is Janine Mayers, and I'm author of Infinite Love, The Pursuit book series. Happy holidays from DJ Mario TV.
90 years old. Sister Samira, 90 years old. Right there. Woo! Allah is merciful. We pray that you have the best year yet, and each year gets better and better. As we celebrate that 100. Alhamdulillah. The best thing says.
You got it? Yeah.